The US has expanded Section 301 tariffs, applying 10% or 12.5% duties to dozens of trading partners and specific product groups tied to forced labor. The administration is using trade sanctions to force suppliers and partner governments to sever forced labor links, reshaping sourcing decisions, procurement costs, and corporate compliance programs. This will raise prices for affected imports, push companies to relocate or re-audit supply chains, and will likely spark targeted retaliation and rapid requests for USTR carve-outs and exemptions. Burnham has announced a £2 cap on most bus fares, a 5-year freeze to the £12 570 personal allowance, and appointed John Healey as Chancellor. The government is balancing immediate cost of living relief with duty to reduce debt, reallocating department budgets, and dropping a digital ID plan to free cash for tax cuts and energy relief. If growth does not accelerate, the Treasury will raise taxes or cut spending further. Markets will press for clarity on defense funding and North Sea licensing. US strikes have targeted Iran's maritime and drone sites, and Iran has hit back with missiles and drones, disrupting the Strait of Hormuz and lifting Brent above $90. The US is degrading Iranian strike capabilities, while Iran is widening attacks to Gulf hosts to raise costs and bargaining leverage. Control of the Strait matters because it carries a fifth of traded oil. If the Strait stays disrupted, shipping will be rerouted, insurance and freight costs will climb, and those costs will pass into higher fuel and grocery prices globally. Prosecutors have issued subpoenas to reporters in a leak probe tied to a Qatari-donated 747-8 used by the president. Courts are weighing subpoenas while investigators are probing how classified details of the jet's defensive capabilities reached the press. This will force new legal boundaries on how far leak investigations can compel journalists, and will slow the jet's use on high-risk overseas legs. Kirandeep Kaur has been killed in her Hayes flat, and a man has been charged with murder and related offences. Families in India and in the UK are holding vigils, fundraising, and pressing authorities for repatriation and clearer answers. The courts will set a timetable for trial, and the families' repatriation requests and fundraising will shape public scrutiny and local support.